name is Serge Shapovaloff. I am a CTO of solutions for fantasysport.com, one of the leading software developers in fantasy market. This is the company that delivers turnkey solutions for different tools, software, systems, websites, mobile applications dedicated for fantasy market. It can be daily fantasy contests, team optimizers, data analytics tools, and many other things. So whatever you want, design, technical solution, coding, adjustments to your existing system or creating new ones, you can come to us.
Shannon McEwen, work for Rotowire.com. I'm the VP of Advertising Sales. Rotowire is a fantasy sports content site. We have a subscription-based site that produces tools, rankings that users have access to for fantasy sports of all shapes and sizes, every sport you can imagine, season-long and DFS. And we also produce numerous forms of media, emails, SiriusXM radio show, print magazines. Yes, those still exist.
Colby Horton, co-founder of Fantasy Meter. Fantasy Meter is a digital marketing firm caters specifically to the B2B and B2C sectors of the fantasy sports business. So our customers are 100% fantasy sports.
Marc, Allan, I've come out here from Australia, just interested in the daily sports fantasy market. Yeah, so we're looking to start a platform that I guess similar to what you see in the US market with DraftKings, Fanager, all those types of businesses. It's still a small market outside of the US. In Australia, there's only a couple of people doing it, and so it just piqued some interest, and just over here to try and learn a bit about it.
My name is Dirk, Weyel. I'm founder and CEO of Stryking Entertainment. We are developing and operating a fantasy soccer platform, currently with the official license of the German Bundesliga, but we are going to add more European football leagues, Champions League, Premier League, etc. To the platform. And we are also launching a new, let's say, major update in June for the European Championship 2016.
I'm Michele. I'm from the Malta Gaming Authority. I'm a legal advisor. It is the regulatory body in Malta. It regulates gaming, gambling, protects the consumer from any possible effects. In general, regulates the industry, issues licenses.
My name is Shawn, Haynie, Senior Staff Engineer at Thuuz Incorporated. Thuuz is an excitement rating for sports. We alert you for exciting games that you should be tuning into, so that way you don't waste time watching a dud bowl or miss it when you're talking and conversating with your friends.
My name is Scott Zebarth. I'm an entrepreneur for a new startup company, just getting going. Came here to basically meet some people, get some contacts, marketing, and my developers are here that I've been working with, so I came to meet them as well. And yeah, that's about it, just to kind of market with new companies.
Hey, my name is Husien Aksu. I go by Husien the Brain, and I'm the CEO of Fantasy Couch. Fantasy Couch is a sports media company. We give advice about fantasy sports, not just through articles and blogging, but through social media and video as well.
Hi, my name is Melvin. I am the COO of Sports Perfecta. What we do is basically we have two different kind of main businesses. We do B2B, to white label fantasy sports platforms on web and on mobile. And of course we have the B2C, where we're focusing on niche sports like horse racing, sumo, and of course soccer.
Noah Krugel, Gamer Saloon. I am the CTO and co-founder. Gamer Saloon is an online video game tournament network. We allow video gamers to compete in online video game tournaments for cash prizes.
Hi, I'm Tamas from Statzup. We are from Hungary and we are doing fantasy soccer games. Yeah, basically our company is a fantasy soccer game developer company. We have two international games. One of them is over Facebook and it has over 1.2 million users at the moment from all around the world. And the second one is called The Six, which is a daily fantasy soccer game based for the US market, but we are already available in different markets in South America.
Rich Williamson, I'm a consultant with Dreamco Design. Dreamco Design is a premier web developer where we're in the top 1% of custom web developers, and one of our premier focuses really is fantasy websites.
Marc, Saba, co-founder of FootballFanager.com, UK-based DFS operator. Football Fanager is a DFS operator that operates exclusively in soccer. We propose different leagues: the English Premier League, the Spanish Liga, Italian Serie A, Scottish Premier League, French League One, Champions League, Europa League, as well as the major national and international tournaments such as the Euros and the World Cup.
Miko Raming, SVP of Innovation and Creative at Intersection. So Intersection is an urban innovation company. We're interested in how technology can improve people's lives across the planet.
Michael Pushkar, President and CEO of Betiply. Betiply is a daily fantasy sports platform. It's an international platform. It covers more sports, more leagues, and more countries than any of the other daily fantasy sports platforms combined.
Meeting CEOs, meeting vice presidents, meeting senior developers, senior consultants. It seems to be all very high-level business people within the organization.
CEOs, presidents, CFOs, controlling officers, things like that. But then there's a lot of newbies. There's a lot of people that are just interested in finding out, hey, what's going on? Where's my opportunity? Where do I fit in? And they're coming here and they're finding, hey, these guys are actually pretty cool to talk with. It's not standoffish. It's kind of open, and they're finding out there's opportunity just in meeting people. So it's a really great event.
The people I met so far are either entrepreneurs themselves or in senior roles at service providers, or involved in either being an operator or data provider, or in different functions, but directly connected to daily fantasy.
Mostly co-founders and CEOs are the type of people I'm meeting.
Founders, presidents of companies, smaller startups that are just hitting the ground floor and looking to become the next big site in the industry, and then also established sites as well, developers, legal minds, lawyers who specialize in fantasy sports. So across all boards, it's really been informative.
Yes, we are coming with a lot of different stuff useful for us. First of all, we got several connections with data feed providers that is important for our business. We've got some connections with marketers and affiliate network organizers and those who can help us promotion us. I'm actually I'm looking for those who is responsible to make decisions. So if anyone can come to us and sign a contract, this is exactly what we need. But the second level is having the technical expertise from those who could do some side business like data feed providers, and we also looking forward to know more about them.
Yeah, we met some pretty high-level people. A lot of times the founders, directors of the companies. Nice mix also between companies based in the US and abroad, particularly in Asia and Europe, which is great.
Anything from technical people to directors, shareholders, and people interested in starting business.
We are meeting people, CEOs, very relevant people who can make a difference in our business and their businesses. So what we do is we talk to them, trying to get some deals going on. Yeah, people from all over the world. We have people from, I just met people from Hungary, from Ukraine, from Germany, of course from the US, people like CEO of Fantasy Couch, all sorts of people who just lives and breathe fantasy sports.
We're meeting presidents, CEOs of businesses, founders of all your platform builders, your data feed providers, everything you need, and all the top people from businesses are here.
Okay, mostly there are like the manager guys and top level people from companies which are not starting but already on the market, have some traction, and we have found already after like 4 hours at least 5 companies we would like to work with. And my previous experience was that if you like go to place where there are people working in this industry, it's all about the US, and here like half of the people is not operating only in the US but around the world, and that's interesting because I have never even knew about other people from outside of the US working on different markets, and it's crazy.
We've met people from a variety of different industries wearing a number of different hats. We've met people who are vendors. We've met other CEOs and executives in other daily fantasy sports organizations. It's been really an opportunity to meet a lot of people from a lot of different countries who are all participating in the same industry with us.
Everything from top-level, C-level suite of these organizations to the engineers that are making these things happen. And that's really important because in addition to getting buy-in from the top levels of companies, it's also very interesting to understand the nuts and bolts of those companies and how we might interface with those products and services that are being offered.
Yeah, most of them are C-level operators of their businesses.
Yeah, CEOs, presidents, marketing people, and yeah.
I'm meeting CEOs, developers, entrepreneurs that are trying to start a company from the ground up. I'm meeting angel investors as well. I'm also meeting people that are here just to have fun as well and to have a good time. So and network and that's really what the key here is networking and getting to know people and figuring out how you can better their service and how they can possibly better your service. So it's been a great benefit.
Yeah, there are probably some. Yeah, it's inspirational. I need to, let's say, to sort of filter that afterwards. But I'm definitely get ideas out of this here and listening to other people what they're doing in other markets in the US, because it's also so much more progressed than we have in Europe.
I would say that we have ideas what to add to our framework, to our technical solution, because what we have already implemented and what we and our customer use is very good. And we confirmed that on this Expo. Probably we'll increase the abilities of our framework to be more wide, and we'll present that to our customers as well.
There's a little bit more. There's a lot of international focus here, which admittedly Rotowire is like 95% US based, our usership. A lot of the international focus just made me realize I need to go back and we need to have a better plan about how we're going to attack the industry from an international standpoint.
Yeah, there was a couple of things brought up about just how the soccer daily fantasy sport works, just the scoring system in different parts of the world. Not, I guess, all sports, not just soccer, but the example was given about that and how it's the scoring systems, depending on where you are, is very important, because you might come in with a complicated scoring system in one market that hasn't seen it before, and they just stop and close the book and they never visit you again. So what you want is keep it simple to begin with and then grow from there.
Oh yeah, we got lots of ideas. We met someone doing something like horse racing as well. So he's into horse racing, we're into horse racing. It's just that the horse racing games are a little bit different. So they're doing more like historical horse racing stuff, but we're doing more like future horse racing stuff and all more relevant live ones. So we may want to incorporate that into a daily fantasy game where we could use historical data for people to play fantasy games on our fantasy horse racing website.
Yeah, like I have been talking to 4 people who said the same, that we should concentrate on the women's side of soccer because no one is doing that, and it's a huge market in audience and TV ratings and everything. And now my head is just full of ideas how to do like women's soccer into our game.
Yeah, I've learned things. I'm getting other people's take on kind of what's new, what's happening, and it's giving me food for thought, and it's given us really just kind of, really more than anything else, it's really kind of stoking the fires and getting us all talking creatively.
I did hear some interesting facts and some interesting ideas from our friends in Malaysia about how they operate their games in football and Formula One. So something that I'm definitely going to dig into, see if it would appeal to the European market.
I think that we've heard a lot of issues that are facing the operators that are out there, issues facing the data providers. So I think we can take back with us some ideas to generate some solutions for them that we can come back out and say, hey, we learned this from you. Thank you. Here's how we can help you in your business.
Yeah, indeed. I mean, hearing from the legislator, the state representative from Wisconsin was a good opportunity. Also speaking to actual operators who have been in the market for a long time, as well as service providers. Yes, indeed.
What I'm getting back from this event is great networking and great people that are going to help me in a detailed way. I'm meeting so many people from different aspects. It's kind of crazy. They're coming at me from all angles, but I've met a couple really good people that is going to help me in what I'm trying to do and the goals I'm trying to accomplish.
I was able to get several good ideas from listening to other speakers, although our business model is not exactly like the daily fantasy sports model. There's a lot of crossover.
A lot of what we think about is how do you expand, how do you amplify what's happening in fantasy sports, or what I was thinking about is how can I amplify that experience so that a larger group of people can feel that excitement that fantasy sports creates amongst the avid players. And I think I'm seeing how that's possible through the presentations that I've been hearing from other people, and those are some of those conversations that I'm looking forward to having and how we can actually do that. So yeah, there are ideas, and hopefully you will see some of those play out over the next year or so on this new platform that we're rolling out in New York City.
Couple new ideas, yeah.
we've made some really meaningful contacts. We met great companies that we really have a nice symbiotic relationship with. So it was really useful for us. So
I do expect a few deals to come from this, that's one of the main goals. It's about forging the relationships with these clients and hopefully walking away and having deals. I do expect a few to come from this conference.
Well, we hope to get some deals done while we're here. We're talking to a few people on the sidelines. Great people, it's a great venue to connect with other people. We were fortunate enough to set up a few meetings before we came, so that when we came here we could be prepared. So we'll see what happens.
And we got contacts with our potential clients that help us increasing our expertise in different type of gaming, contesting, and various fantasy ideas. So we rise our experience.
We have not closed on any deals here, but we certainly made a lot of good connections that can lead to stuff further down the road with the proper follow-up. Very exciting connections were made.
Potentially, yes. So not directly so far, but there could be something coming out of it.
We got lots of potential businesses that we can do work with, white label, marketing, global wide media. I just spoke to the girl, Valerie, so yeah, there's a lot of things that we can do here.
Just by yesterday we had like 2 meetings, and today we have another one with one of the speakers, and already there was a guy who I was hunting through his company's London office, and I couldn't reach him, and now we are speaking together, and we had just a brief discussion, exchange business cards and everything, and that will definitely work out.
Well, I've got a lot of contacts and a lot of business cards, and I think there's going to be a lot of conversations going forward. A lot of this is understanding. There's a lot of depth of understanding that needs to happen for the kind of engagements that we're trying to create, but this is a great starting point for those conversations.
We haven't closed any deals, but we've actually started a talk with a deal, so it's still in works.
We've talked to a lot of great people. We have some contracts out there. Intend to talk a little bit more tonight at the networking sessions, and I think we've made a lot of great connections.
I'm regulated, so it's not exactly business, but it's been really interesting meeting people and investors, and even people that maybe want to come to Malta to do business from Malta.
Still working on some deals. It's just day one, so.
We have not signed or agreed on any deals. Simple reason is that for me this was more of an R&D trip, so learn and meet and greet and understand a little bit about what's going on in the industry outside of the UK, which is our market, and the purpose of that trip is completely fulfilled so far.
Oh, no deals. I'm hoping after I present, maybe it'll open up some more avenues to network to people, and maybe people show up on different days as well.
Yes, this is the first time. Like last year we were not really international when you had this expo.
Yeah, this is the first time we are meeting very good people here, and we're excited to talk to anyone. We're excited to present ourselves, and we are gracious to Marc who organized this event. This is really great.
First time here?
It's the first time here at the DFS, yes.
It's my first time at the FSC.
Yeah, first time at the Expo. Seems cool so far. I like it.
This is my first time at DFS. Yes.
My first time at a DFS. Great conference so far.
It's the first time attending the Daily Fantasy Sports Expo.
First time at the DFS.
This is our first time in Daily Fantasy Sports Expo.
Second time at the DFS Expo. I was here in August as well. Had a great time, met a lot of great people, so I had to come back again.
It is my first time in any fantasy sports event.
Yes, this is my first time at DFSE, and it has been a blast so far.
It's quite good because there are lots of dedicated people who are just invested into this quite interesting market, and everyone wants to help the others or share knowledge, and it's not like, I don't want to talk about details because that's secret and I'm competing with you, but rather to help each other and work together to improve this business.
Great experience, lots of networking opportunities going on. We've talked to a lot of great people with some wonderful ideas for the industry. We're here to see how we can help them. The sessions have been very informative. Overall, it's been a great show.
It's going well, so it's apart from the nice environment, so it's my first time in Miami Beach as well. and it's a good networking opportunity. A small group of people working in the same industry, so getting to know each other is easy. And yeah, that's what's good about it.
It's been really good. I mean, I've had the opportunity to meet quite a few people, operators, service providers, testing labs. I mean, I'm here to learn about the industry, so it's been really good because I've been able to meet a diverse portfolio of people that have given me quite a lot of material to think about, to work on.
As new opportunities open up, there's new people coming aboard. There's new people taking advantage of what's available to them. A lot of people's, I think last year was really useful for bringing more people on board. People had questions, they weren't certain about whether or not, how to get started, I guess you'd say. And over the last year or so, more opportunities have opened up. People are kind of interested, and organizations like this one and us all networking has really given people the confidence to kind of reach out and really just decide, hey, stop dipping a toe in the water and just jump in, so.
Overall experience, very satisfied, very happy. I sort of came here, it's a long way to come. First of all, it's a 24-hour flight, so you're not just paying for the price of admission here, but we're paying to come all this way. So you're coming over hoping that it's good, and I guess I sort of set a low expectation just in case I've come all this way for nothing, but completely blown the low expectation through the roof. It's been very good, very beneficial. Really happy with the decision to come over here.
I find it really interesting to take part in this convention for a number of reasons, but something I find really striking is how fantasy sports, daily fantasy sports, is changing fundamentally the way people engage in the fan experience. It's revolutionizing the fan experience. And that's very similar to what we're trying to do in public space with technology as well. We're revolutionizing the way people connect to experiences in cities. So I think there's a close correlation between what the two of us are doing, and I think that's going to open up a lot of opportunities in the future of how the industry can work with a company like Intersection.
I like the format. I like the intimacy. Plenty of opportunity to meet everybody here. Content of the speakers is relevant and engaging. Sessions are short enough that they don't, exhaust you or bore you. Yeah, it's good stuff.
It's good. It's good. Meeting a lot of people, getting a lot of information that I didn't know before.
It's been a fantastic event. It's been a great opportunity for us to meet other people in the industry and to really get a good idea of what's happening in the industry and keep ourselves on the cutting edge of technology.
It's been great. I've met so many nice people that really into fantasy sports. I'm from Asia. When I go out and talk to people about what's fantasy sports, they say, what's fantasy sport? They have no idea. Every time I meet anyone here or anyone on the streets in the US, everybody knows what fantasy sports is about. Everybody loves it. It's like a pastime here.
The overall experience has been great. I've been able to network and learn about more about the daily fantasy sports industry, as well as talk to other people that may need our service, as well as looking for new companies to partner with to grow our business as well.
It's good. It's more intimate, which I enjoy. Get to talk to everybody. Informative sessions. There's a lot of turmoil in the industry right now, so it's good to be able to sit down, hear from legal minds, top minds in the industry, and kind of catch up on what's going on. Very open, very informative, easy to approach people, and just get a lot of questions answered.
I enjoyed the sessions that talk about the overseas markets quite a bit. And I enjoyed the session on big data analytics. We've acquired a lot of data over the operating history of our business, and I know we need to do something with it, so I found that very informative.
The Asian markets one, the German markets one, they were really good. A really good insight from the legislator from Wisconsin. It's been good.
I think there was a very interesting section on advertising that our friend Miko Raman gave. I mean, it was completely different from a traditional fantasy sports offering. The guys in the advertising space, and it was very refreshing and also interesting to learn more about what they're doing and trying to connect cities. And I actually do see a great possibility for fantasy sports companies using his services.
You know, I hate to say it, it sounds cheesy, but actually all of them. I think people came here a little bit, I don't want to say more prepared, but people came here with a little bit of a stronger, I don't want to say agenda, but a little bit more of a kind of a stronger platform. So much has changed. So many questions have come up, and so many questions have been answered that people came with a little bit more of a focused, I guess more of a focused agenda or strategy, so to speak. So there was nothing that was immaterial. Everything was really useful and, you know, good food for thought. So
I think the most intriguing session for myself so far is the one on bridging the gap between the East and the West. So with the FanXt crew, Melvin, being so close to Asia in Australia, that's part of our area as well there. So that was made me stop and think, okay, that's really something happening right there. So
yeah, there were some really great presentations. The one in particular that we had this morning that was related to marketing and how to reach out to our customers through social media. I took a full page of notes. It was fantastic presentation, engaging, really enjoyed it, learned a lot.
I would say probably with some of the laws, the new laws with DFS.
So there was a speed networking session that I found very useful and engaging. It forces all of the participants involved to actually be outgoing and networking, where, you know, in a standard networking environment you might be a little more hesitant to engage others. This really forced the issue and put it in your face, and it was great. Met a lot of people.
It was good because it was like meeting people. It was random, but at the same time I realized who the people who I had to speak to were immediately. So now I can plan my meetings ahead, and I know who I have to speak to.
The speed networking was great, actually. It allowed me to meet as many people as possible within a certain time frame, and basically perform my elevator speech and hear their elevator speech in about 10-15 minute spiel. It was great. I wrote down, you know, put a little star on their business cards if I wanted to talk to them later, and I followed up with them later and was able to have dinner with them and lunch and conversate more about the product offerings and exchange ideas.
The speed networking sessions, really beneficial. It's an easy way just to meet everybody. It's forced to meet everybody, so if you're not a naturally outgoing person, that's one way you're in. You're going to meet everybody. It's really good. Marc sometimes comes around and tries to take you away and put you somewhere else because you spend too long with some person that you like, but that's not a bad thing. So
that was good. It was kind of like speed dating. It's kind of funny, but meet a lot of people real quick, and you know, you get cards and get information, and I think that was probably one of the better things about it.
Well, with the speed networking, the guys I want to talk to longer, I get cut off on, and then sometimes I meet a guy that may not work out business-wise, and maybe a good person, and you know, I'm stuck there for a while, but it is efficient. I mean, the system works. So the people I wanted to talk to after, we talked actually for one, I talked to for an hour, another one I talked to for 15 minutes at least after that speed networking. So it does work. It gets you boom, 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 you know, it's efficient.
I would recommend this event for anyone that's interested in working as an operator, data providers, even players, to be perfectly honest. There's so much information here. There are so many different types of business owners, people that have varied interests in fantasy sports. There's nobody that's interested in this that I wouldn't recommend to come. No one to value to it.
Yeah, because I think you need to have a specific. It was my first time here, and I didn't really have an idea how it looks like. So I think if you know specifically that you are in that space and that you can really then you can take something out of it. It's not you wouldn't go there if you wouldn't be precisely in the daily fantasy space, I think.
Yeah, it's good. It's really specific to the niche. So I mean, if you're in the niche, you pretty much have to be at the event. So yes, I recommend it.
Yeah, I would definitely recommend if you are into this market and you want to like grow, develop, and do maybe try out new things or just see where the world is headed. In this sense, maybe if you are just a casual player, it's not the best way. to be here, but if you are like part of this industry, and that's one of the best places to be.
Absolutely would recommend it to any other entrepreneur that wants to come out and have a look and is interested in the fantasy sports industry.
Yeah, I would absolutely recommend this show to anyone in the fantasy sports business. Plan on being back next year too?
Definitely will. This is very important way and approach to communicate. I like the communicate word better than networking, that sessions, because when you have private and personal abilities to talk rather than type or call or something, that's much better, and you can unite that with shared experience with many people. So I definitely will recommend, and if everything will be good, we'll attend this event next time.
I would recommend this event to anyone who is interested in the daily fantasy sports industry. If they have an idea for a new product, it would be useful to attend. If they have a service that they think they can offer to operators, it would be useful to attend. And it's also just useful to attend to get ideas.
Anyone who wants to be in the DFS industry, it would be interesting for any such person to attend this conference to learn and meet people from the industry.
Yeah, I would recommend this event to other entrepreneurs.
Yes, so these kind of get-togethers are very important, because it's obviously it's difficult to get a lot of people from the same industry in the same place at the same time, where you can really get a strong understanding and start to have these kind of conversations in a robust way and meet as many as possible in the shortest amount of time. This is a great way to do it. I would recommend that anybody that's interested in getting a deeper understanding and working with the daily fantasy sports industry to come to an event like this.
I'd absolutely recommend this conference to anybody who's in the daily fantasy sports industry, who really wants to know, remain on the cutting edge and really know what's happening in the industry, who wants to meet people, build connections that can help generate more revenue for their companies going forward.
I would definitely recommend this event to other fantasy sports operators, and I actually think that every operator, as small as they are, as big as they are, should consider attending this event in the future, because as many as we are, it's important to grow the industry. And I hope that this event will also, we'll have a European version of that event someday in the future, and maybe an Asian version of that event as well, and really try and grow the business globally.
I would definitely recommend this event to people that are new to the industry, people that are already in the industry and trying to network and figure out how to add to their product offerings. And also, just if you're looking to partner with someone, I would definitely recommend, or you're looking to invest in a company, this is definitely a place to be.
Anyone in the fantasy industry, if you've gone to other sports conferences, fantasy sports conferences, this is another one where you have to attend. It's just very informative, great way to network, and usually Miami, it's a great venue too.
Anyone who wants to venture into fantasy sports, inside the US or outside the US, I've met a great bunch of people from Australia, all the way from Australia to come here to learn about fantasy sports. They want to sell it in Australia. We got a bunch of people from Europe, want to do it in Asia, etc. So anyone who wants to get into this business, you have to be here.